Two it up. All right, man. Make sure y'all send y'all grits for y'all food. We got a lot of work to do. We about to watch. My boy Jay Larson. I seen Jay Larson. I seen Jay Larson on like Instagram one day or some social media. Seen a clip, had me cracking up. So we about to check him out. See what his special is now. Got a little breakfast, little eggs, sriracha. I'll probably throw the sriracha on a little shit. It's crazy because this is a Comedy Store joint. And Comedy Store only got 56 subscribers, bro. 56,000 subscribers. Like, that's so crazy. Like, the Comedy Store, if this is the Comedy Store, this is supposed to be like a legendary stand-up comedy joint. And what's crazy is,
please welcome to the stage, Jay Larson.
That's how you know comedy is like one of the like most like disrespected, just slept on, just not really that how do I describe it? Like beautiful arts, like you really gotta love this shit, basically. I can't think of the word. Come on, Jay. I hope it's the same dude, cause nigga I watched had glasses on, but I think it is.
Nice. Thank you, guys. We got it. I bought a plunger the other day. You guys ever bought a plunger? Yeah. It's an embarrassing purchase. At first you think it's no big deal. Just standing in line, swinging it. And then you realize everybody knows. You got a situation at home. Nobody buys a plunger on a whim, okay? Nobody. Tropical fruit Skittles, maybe. Plunger, no. You don't have a plunger, you need a plunger, you buy a plunger. People standing in line just judging you like, he's husky. Bet he likes the fast food. The only time I ever was more embarrassed was like buying condoms. Remember buying condoms? Remember that shit? Guys were like, no, I never bought a condom.
Uh-oh.
You try to be cool buying the condoms. You get up to the front, you're like, hey, yeah. I do sex. I do the sex.
So I did.
Why do we even get embarrassed? What is the point of getting embarrassed? You just do it. It just happens. I was leaving a parking lot. You gotta pay on the way out. And there was a guy working the lot. And I was just trying to be cool and give the guy a fist bump. You know, I'm leaving, I just go, oh, hey, man. And I just went like this. And he goes, oh. And I was like, oh, no. I was just... And the guy was like, oh, yeah. And then he hit the gate. And I was like, oh, God. It's like so embarrassing. I'm like, why am I gonna tip you? What did you do? I'll tell you what, this is what was embarrassing. Marching band, high school. Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you play?
Percussion.
You played percussion. What was your go-to instrument in the percussion?
Xylophone.
The xylophone. Yeah. You ever do the 4 mallets? 2 and 2? Oh, look at you. I was in percussion. I know who you are. How many people were in your marching band?
All the boys.
That's where all the boys? Yeah. All the cool guys in marching band. If I want any guy in marching band, I want the percussionist. See the guy with the crash cymbals? That's the guy. How many people in your marching band? About. You guys legit? All right, settle down. A good number?
I ain't gonna lie.
80? Yeah, we had 17. 17 people. And I played bass drum.
You keep it a buck. Frank's is the best hot sauce of all time, but this ain't that damn bad. And it's hidden. It's a little hotter. Fuck Fuck it.
drum. I was in percussion, bass drum. Our rival school, Reading, Mass, had 250 people in their marching
I
band.
can do it too, but
They
this
had
only
a
used to rock
flag
out
for,
like.
you know, the girls that wave the flags. We had one girl, she waved a white flag. They used to march in like red coats, like, and we come in like Charlie Brown, like, bunch, bunch, chicka, bunch, like, not even clean cuts. We were just like, oh, this way, yeah, all right. Anytime you combine a
don't know which one
cummerbund
better.
and a plume, nothing is. I remember a girl asked me one time. She was like, "What are you into? What do you like?" And I was like, I like soccer, and I'm in the band." And she goes, "You're in a band?" And never in my life had the difference between the and meant so much. I was like, "Yeah, I'm in a band, yeah." She was like, "What kind of music do you play? What kind of music?" I'm like, "Nah, we mainly do cover tunes. We do some cover tunes." She was like, "Who? Like U2? I love U2." I'm like, "Nah, we do like Andrew Lloyd Webber." I don't know if you... It's pretty good. Pretty good. Did you get made fun of a lot? Did you get picked on? No. I don't know about that.
That was a good joke.
I'm not positive. Anyone get picked on in high school? First of all, that's a pretty good sign that you did. Nope. And I don't have any resolved trauma over it either. Anyone fight a lot in high school? Yeah. You did? Fist fights? Yes. Look at you. You too, huh? Not me. People would want to fight me. I'd get out of it with wit. I'd wit my way out of it. And here's the thing, if you ever get someone's making fun of you, if you're getting in a fight, all you need to do is list a date from history and a false event. That's all you need to do. Someone's like, "Hey, Larson, where's your bass drum, loser?" I'd be like, "What is this, 1755, the incarnation?" Everyone around him's gonna be like, "What was the incarnation? What happened in 1755? Who's embarrassed now? That guy. Where am I? Throwing horseshoes." Here's the thing. He might be an intelligent human being and realize a little later on, I don't think there was an incarnation in 1755, and he might make fun of you again. That's when you tell him something that's real, but very obscure, very obscure. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't think there was an incarnation, you loser." And then I'd be like, "Okay, Thomas Gradgrind." And he's gonna go, "Who's Thomas Gradgrind?" And then you go, "He's a character from Charles Dickens' novel Hard Times. You ever read it?" Maybe he has read it. He's like, "Yeah, I read it once in middle school, but I don't remember it." That's when you go, "Well, maybe you should read it again, then you'll understand how everybody else views you, right, Tony?" Now it's on Tony.
He's some odds on Tony.
He never read Hard Times? Who's embarrassed now? These guys. Where am I? Feeding the ducks.
That's a good joke.
Ever
That's a
fed
great
duck?
joke right there.
Never? You should try it. It's a lot of fun. They play hard to get. They play hard to get. You go at them and they're like, "Get away!" And then you're like, "All right, fine." And they're like, "All right, come here, come here." Has anyone here ever fed a duck? Yeah. Okay. All right. The disdain. Yeah. No, I wasn't in a band. Yeah, I fed a duck. Tell you one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened in my life. How many guys here ever played Little League as a kid? Little League. Yeah, okay. You remember buying a cup? Yeah? Who'd you buy it with? Yeah, with your dad. I didn't have a dad. I bought it with my mom. You know what that's like? 9 years old, standing in front of a wall of jock straps with you, your mother, and then the dude who works there. And my mother's just like, "Okay, what size are you?" And I'm like, "Just get a large." Even though it was a medium. The pain.
You talking about the pain.
When you get a cup, do you know how you figure out if it fits? This is how. You get home, you go out in the backyard, and your dad hits you a couple grounders. He's like, "Is it pinching? Does it pinch?" That's how you figure it out. Do you know how you figure it out when you have a single mom? She sits in the kitchen with your nana and your sister and goes, "Why don't you go try it on? Come down, let us see." I was 9 years old. I had no idea what to do. I walked down. That was the only thing I had on. I was like, "Is this right?" She walked over to and just knocked on it.
Not,
She's like,
not.
how's that? Is that good? I'm like, I'll never fucking wear this thing. Do you guys have mothers? Man, watching them get old, huh? You know what my mother said one time? She was out visiting and she goes, did you know that white people can't have black hair? I go, what? She goes, yeah, only Asians and Africans. And I was like, don't ever say that again. I don't know what it means. It sounds racist. I don't know if it is, but I'm very uncomfortable. She's very spiritual now. She's gotten very spiritual with everything. I was at home recently and we were driving in our car and I go, hey, Ma, your odometer just hit 60,000 miles. And she goes, oh, that's good luck. And I go, it is? And she's like, well, it's just nice that you're here. I was like, not everything has to mean something, Ma. We were outside talking, having a conversation. As we were, a butterfly flew by. And my mother got quiet and she goes, it's your grandmother. And like, I don't want to admit I'm like, that's not Nana! Because now anytime I see a butterfly or a moth, I have to acknowledge it, or I don't love my Nana. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Tailgating a professional football game with buddies, drinking beers, flipping burgers, and having a butterfly fly by? Just sitting there like, dude, defense is looking great this year. Off. Your friends are like, Jay, what's up? You all right? And he's like, yeah, it's just my grandmother. Is she all right? Is she sick? No, it's her right there. So I'm gonna look up and see a butterfly like, hey, JJ, have a butterscotch. My grandma loved to throw out a butterscotch.
So why JJ?
You know where my mother kills it? My mother kills it on the lazy river. Kills it. You take that woman to a water park.
Oh,
she doesn't
shit.
care about the slide. She's hitting that lazy river.
Let me see. I forgot I'm on live.
2-3 hours at a clip. Just asleep in a tube. I found her a couple times caught in the return. You know where you get out of the lazy river? She's just like up against the railing. Kids on summer break are like stepping over her. I like people who get it. That's her thing. That's when she gets it. You know who gets it? Black women. They get it. Black women possess a rare combination of confidence and honesty that is unmatched. I was getting on a flight. My stewardess was black, and I go, hey, how are you? And she goes, I'm just hoping I win the lottery so I can quit this job, honey. How you? And I was like, a lot better now. Just an amazing view. One time, I'm at the airport, I'm early, I get something to eat. And I'm sitting in like a little table and chair outside, like people are walking everywhere. I'm not in like a area, I'm just like, And I'm sitting there and I see this guy walk in and he's got his own pillow. Grown man has his own pillow, red flag right away. Like, what's going on, guy, with the pillow? And then he had like a piece of paper. And he's like looking at the paper and he kind of like, you could just tell he didn't know where he was going. And he looked like he might be a little like, he might have been mentally challenged. I'm like, do I need to intervene, help out? I'm just kind of looking at him. And one table over, there's this black woman, she sees him, we're both kind of eyeing this guy. And I'm just like, I should say something, right? So to just go see if he's okay. I go to get up. And before I do, this woman goes, hey, you can't go that way. It's not like he wasn't going down a hallway to a door that didn't exist. He was going like where there are terminals. I'm like, what is going on here? So he looks at her and then he starts to go and she goes, hey, you can't go that way. And then he turned around and he went the other way. And I was like, how amazing. Did that woman just change his life? Wow. And she comes walking back to her table. She looks at me and she goes, he's just stupid. And then she sat down. And I thought to myself, yeah, he's just stupid.
Wait,
there are stupid people in the world. That was one of them. I was just like, take me under your wing. No pun intended. We were at the airport.
That's crazy.
I don't shy away from people in public or awkwardness. You know what I mean? And I like to let people know what's up. I was driving one day so with my ex-wife, we're driving and this woman cut us off. And by cut us off, I mean switch into our lane without using a directional. And that's big for me, okay? I gave her a little high beam flash, a little like, hey, not stoked.
Yeah.
Not happy about it.
He talking about
The most passive aggressive, hey, look at this. And then, so now I'm behind her, there's a yellow light, and she started slowing down, but I was gonna make that yellow. So I just swerved, and I went on the other side, and then I couldn't, I stopped at the red, and now she's next to me, and I just look over, and I just go, you know? And she looks back, and she goes, and I was like, okay. Okay. And I was like, it's time to be a man. And I look over, and I go, you gotta use a directional when you're changing lanes. Like a real man, like a real substitute teacher man. And she looks over at me and she goes, we just driving. We just driving. We just driving. Now, I don't know if that's a complete sentence, but I liked it. A lot. Very zen, very prophetic. I could see the bumper sticker, we just driving. But I can't lose to we just driving. You know what I mean? And she's looking at me. She's got a little dog on her lap. So I just look over and I go, you got a dog on your lap? You know. And she looks back and she goes, you got a dog in the passenger seat. Yeah. Now, I liked we just driving. I loved dog in the passenger seat. From a civilian? A civilian.
A civilian?
This
nigga funny as hell.
I'm just kind of like, and I'm looking at her. And
That's great. This is a great joke.
I recline my seat back. And I'm like, if you got something, go for it. Because I got nothing for this. I say we just take the L and move on. I just like people who get life. You know what I mean? I think I get life. You know what I like to do? I like to eat food at the grocery store while I'm shopping. I'll grab a bag of chips, walk around eating it, and then I look at people like, yeah, I might pay for this, not sure. Don't really know. Then I get out to the checkout and I take out the empty bag. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I had this too. And the woman's like, oh my God, you're so honest. I'm like, well, it's just who I am. I don't tell her about the donut I had over at the bakery. Was that 50 cents? Come on.
Come on.
I've been trying to stay lean, you know what I mean? So, like, when I go to the movies now, I bring my own food. You're not allowed to do it. But I bring my own food because I'm trying to stay fit. The other day, I brought in a steak and cheese sub. And as I was opening it, the tinfoil was making noise, and a woman who worked there came to the edge of the aisle, and she goes, sir, you can't bring your own food in the movie theater. And I looked her dead in the eyes, and I go, I have diabetes. She walked right away. I don't know anybody eating steak and cheese to keep their insulin up, but do some investigating, lady. It's your job. I think it's important to find the things that give you joy. You know what I mean? The simple things. You guys think you get life? You think you get it? You think you got it figured out? No. Yeah, some people no, some people yeah. Sir, what's your favorite way to drink water?
Cold.
Cold. Not a bad answer. Mine's out of a garden hose. Is there anything better than that? You're like, what am I, 12 again? It's like you're stealing, you grab the hose, you're like, I'll be right back for wiffle ball. You gotta know yourself. Miss, what's your favorite thing to do at a red light?
Look around.
Look around. It's an interesting life you have. What about you, sir? What's your favorite thing to do at a red light? What's your favorite thing to do at a red light?
Cut across.
Cut across? Run it? What if there's a car in front of you? First of all, why is everyone aghast? What? You're 3 cars deep. It's a red light. What do you like to do?
New Zealand, that's what we do.
You
We don't have red lights.
don't have, I don't think I like you very much. I think it's fun as a white to be anti-other whites. Don't you think? I always want to go to New Zealand. Now I don't. I'm just kidding. What about you, sir? Favorite thing to do at a red light?
Look at my phone.
Look at your phone. I like it. I like to get stuff out of the trunk. You ever see that guy? You're like, what is this guy doing? The confidence. Pop the trunk, you get out, you're digging around. I'm like, might be 2 or 3 things I need, not sure yet. Just a little thing that gives me joy. What's your favorite door? The back door, yeah. Her man's like, you fucking know it.
Talking about the back door. Shit.
Back door, it's a good one. I like a screen door. Screen door is a great door, isn't it? You're inside, kind of outside too. It's like, hey, outside, I hear your noises, I smell your smells. Quite content right here. The only thing better, the half door. You ever see the Dutch door? Bottom's closed, top's open. Great door. It's like the yin and the yang. The bottom's like, nah, can't do it, sorry. But the top's like, over here. You mosey up to it, put your arm on it, look in the shop. Hey, how you guys doing? Nice. Nah, I'm good. Not gonna come in. I got the half door.
That little whistle was funny. This nigga straight as hell. He definitely more comfortable. I think that's just a thing, but I think the greats can get comfortable just automatically.
I like those little simple things, man. Those little simple things. Like stealing. I like to steal. But only from friends. Only from friends. Because if you get caught, you can be like, I was just fucking around.
This is crazy.
I was at my buddy's house, and he was all hyped about this new toothpaste he got. He couldn't stop talking about this toothpaste. And right before I was leaving, I used the bathroom, and there was the toothpaste. And I'm like, took it. And then I get home, and he texted me, and he goes, hey, did you steal my toothpaste? And I just sent back a picture of his toothpaste. And it was the greatest feeling. I used it for like a month. I was like, look at this, free toothpaste. Never gave it back.
You talking about never give it back?
I stole a candle once from my friend, too. Right in front of his face. In his apartment, candle. We're sitting there talking. I pick it up. I smell it right in front of him. And I wanted to give him a shot. I always want people to have a chance to catch me, you know? And I had these Velcro pockets, and I was like, just to let him know, hey, stealing a candle. Put it in, shut it, boom. The rest of the night was just like, I have this candle. Got home, my house smells like creme brulee. 2 months later, I did the joke on stage in front of him, and he comes up to me after. He goes, hey, did you steal my candle? And I go, yeah. And he goes, why would you do that? I'm like, just because I could. One of my greatest thieveries. I was at a friend's house for a dinner party, and we're getting ready to leave, and I hugged his wife goodbye in the kitchen. I noticed the cabinet door was ajar. I mean, slightly opened. And I noticed a box of chai latte, and I thought to myself, that's coming with me. Went around her, everyone else is over there. I grabbed it, shoved it down my pants, covered it with my shirt. The real thrill, hugging my good buddy goodbye. I didn't go ass out. I went right in. I thrusted it. I just thrust it into him. And then I locked eyes as if to say, yeah, that's right. That's a box of chai latte in your groin. You gonna say anything about it? You're just gonna let me go. They fired their cleaning lady. I swear to God. I swear to you. They thought she was stealing, and they fired her. They told me months later, they're like, dude, we had to fire a cleaning lady. I go, what happened? He goes, she was stealing stuff. She stole this one thing, and then our chai latte. And I go, whoa, bro. I stole the chai latte. Actually felt kind of cool, you know what I mean? I think the greatest thing you can steal is a sneeze. Yeah, that's a dark, deep. When someone's about to sneeze and they're like, and you go, ah! And they're just like, fuck. And then you just go, that's right. It's kind of like you're lording over them. You steal someone's sneeze. Who doesn't love to sneeze? Great feeling sneezing.
Somebody cracking up.
It's a little much for me. Imagine as a comedian not liking someone laughing. You're like, that's too much for me. You're enjoying this too much. Stealing a sneeze is a good feeling. So is peeing in the shower. Anybody here not pee in the shower? Love it. Not one person. We all get it. If you meet someone who doesn't pee in the shower, get them out of your life. It's the greatest feeling in the world. Sometimes I think about maybe pooping in my own hand. I don't do it. I say I think about it. I'm like, seems like very powerful thing. Like, not sure why. You have to act on every thought you have. It's actions, not thoughts, that determine who the person is. Am I wrong? He knows.
Talk to him.
Getting life, understanding it. Sir, what's your favorite way to get from one floor to another?
An elevator.
Elevator. Cool. I got it. You're a new school guy. I like a spiral staircase. They're magical. You're like, what's up here? Is there a princess? What are we going to? Are we on a turret? Coming down's tough. You know what I mean? You're like, that's too fast. That's too fast. I can't get out of this thing. Sir, what's your favorite place to park?
In a parking lot.
In a parking lot. You feel safe there? I like to park on grass. Ever go to a state fair or a friend's house for a barbecue and they're like, driveway's full, just park on the grass. You're like, on the grass? God, it's so peaceful. I don't even lock it. You're like, who's gonna steal a car on grass? Nobody. I take my shoes off before I get out. I'm like, we're on grass!
This is a great joke.
Anyone here like
great
Arnold
jokes.
Palmer's?
I ain't gonna lie. Very witty.
Who thinks who's a big Arnold Palmer fan? You're a big Arnold Palmer fan? Let's play a game. I'm gonna let you know if you really are an Arnold Palmer fan. I'm gonna be the waiter. I'm gonna ask you what you want to drink, and then you order it, and I'll tell you based on your order if you're an Arnold Palmer fan, okay? Hey man, how's it going? Can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, take an Arnold Palmer.
Yep, that's not an Arnold Palmer fan. No. Go ahead, now you be the waiter and you ask me.
Sir, would you like anything to drink?
Yeah, I would. Let me get an Arnold Palmer. 70-30, thanks. That's an Arnold Palmer fan.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh.
One chance at redemption.
Oh,
One
wow.
chance at redemption. What's the 70?
Lemonade.
Lemon.
Yeah, he tripping.
Do you think there's any iced tea in the world that can stand up to 70% lemonade? That's just a lemonade. You go 70 iced tea, 30 lemonade. You take a sip, you're like, is this iced tea? Oh, lemonade! 70% lemonade.
That's a great joke. That's another great joke.
You should be ashamed of yourself. If you guys could have one superpower, what would it be? Teleportation. Where would you teleport to? Anywhere you want. Is that like time zones? I mean, like dimensions? Okay, that seems cool. Invisibility, I like that. That would be the best. Go to a Dodger game, people are like, how was the game? Where'd you sit? You're like, second base. Sat at second base. Oh. Yeah, me too. I love invisibility. Anybody else for a superpower? Flying. First of all, miss this? I mean, you could maybe just go flying instead of... Flying would be cool. That's a very popular one. You'd never buy a plane ticket again, just fly next to other planes, be like, what's up? Anybody else with a superpower?
Power to heal.
Walk through walls? Is that what you do? Walk through walls? Yeah. I mean, it's a weird vibe. It's a weird... People are like, you know there's a door, right? And you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. This is the one thing I chose. I'm going to show people I can do it.
I'm gonna show people I can do it.
Anyone else?
Mind control.
Mind control. Wow, I can't believe a woman would say that. mind control. Excuse me, can I have a side of ketchup? Get it right over now. I like mind control. Anybody else? Super speed. And what would you do with that? Just wait at crosswalks? Like, hey, you want to fucking go? You just take off? Run down highways? What up?
The hand is crazy. You talking about what
Psychic. Read minds? Read minds or psychic? Is that the same? I don't know. I went to a psychic one time and her dog came out and took a shit next to me on the floor. And you would think I'd be like, you didn't see this coming? What are we doing? Anybody else? Superpower.
Speak every language.
Speak every language? Well, you could try that out.
Anything.
Oh, so you want to...
Dogs or animals, people.
Dogs or animals. I like your style. You know, dogs or animals. I'm thinking like real language. She's like, no, like dog language. I wouldn't mind talking to trees once in a while. I feel your vibe. Gnomes. Anybody else? Superpower?
Get people to listen to me.
Get people to... She's with 70% lemonade. I can see a big problem here. You know how many times I told him it's iced tea? Never listens to me. I'm sorry that's going on in your life. Who in your life specifically would you like to listen to you a little more?
This is long.
Okay, well, let's just start at the top. Let's just start with the first person, and we can all just judge you pretty quickly on 1 and 2. Let's just hear 1 and 2.
Well, just the children, you know.
Your children? Yeah. I believe the children are our future. And I think if you teach them well, you can let them lead the way. Anybody else for a superpower?
X-ray vision.
X-ray vision for the perv. Nice.
This is a good, great bit right here.
What did you say?
Technopath.
Technopath?
Machines.
You speak to machines.
Control machines.
You guys should switch seats right now. I think this is your girl right here. No, sorry, but I mean, he wants to talk to machines, she wants to talk to dogs. It seems like a good fit. And if any of you would talk to her, it would be a huge plus.
That was nice. That was nice. You feel good about that one. You felt good about that one. He's so happy that just happened.
Forever.
As he should be.
Or listen, I guess what it would be. Any other superpowers before I move on? Oh my God, that's great. Leave her alone. It's a sweet answer. The power to heal. I love that. Oh my God. Relax. She's not that good a person. Hold on a second. I'm on power to heal. I got the Dalai Lama over here, and she's mind erasure. She's trying to erase people's minds who she wronged. This one's trying to heal people in the streets. People in wheelchair, dude. Someone in a wheelchair, you're like, get up and walk. No, I can't. Fucking yeah, you can. Oh my God. Any other superpowers before I move on?
Strength. Super strength.
Strength. So sweet. Strength! What? Super strength. Super strength is what I'd like to change my answer to super strength. I have strength already. I just want them. I want to go lift a car and throw it in front of people. I had a guy one time yell out, "The ability to change shapes!" Like, what is that? Just go to meet your friend. He's like, dude, where'd you get a haircut? You're like, no, I'm a rhombus. You're like, oh, yeah, I see it. My friend and I got in an argument over this conversation because he said fly and I said invisible. And he couldn't fathom how I'd rather be invisible than fly. He was like, dude, you know what kind of rush you get flying through the air? Like, he has no idea. And I go, bro, you know what kind of rush you get following a family home and watching them eat dinner? That's a rush. Just pinned up to the wall in their kitchen like, who would eat pizza and drink orange juice? That's too much acid. I said to my buddy, I go, what happens when your superpower runs out? You're flying over the Mediterranean, sudden, you're dead. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen to me? Sitting on some guy's couch watching the Monday night game, all of a sudden, how's it going, man? 14-6 at halftime. What are we doing in the second quarter? Yeah, I'll get out of here.
Yeah, I get
Can I
out
try
of
the guac? No, okay, all right. I don't want a superpower. I just want to be a hero. Has anyone ever done anything really heroic? Has anyone ever saved a life?
Yeah.
You did? How?
CPR 3 different times.
Are you a nurse or a doctor?
No.
No? You just got a nose for it, huh? You're 3 for 3, or have you lost anybody? I think that's a fair question.
I've done CPR 4 times, lost 1 person, saved 3.
Saved 3, killed 1. I got it. 75%, that's not a bad save rate. Were they all in different places or areas and stuff?
Yeah, I just was working customer service and people would have heart attacks or a stroke and...
God damn it. That is great customer service. Not only will I return that, but I will bring you back to life. I was at my sister's wedding, and my brother-in-law's uncle had a heart attack. And
No way.
And 2 of the groomsmen were firemen, and they hopped the thing, and they ripped his shirt open. They gave him CPR. I'm just sitting there with like a vodka crayon, like, keep going, guys. I didn't. They saved him. And then they sent the ambulance, and they brought him, like, they had the stretcher, and, like, we're in this big ballroom, and they just wheeled him out. And as they're wheeling him out, he just goes like this and gives, like he's leaving an NFL game. I see it happen, and so I try to start a slow clap. I'm like, nobody got on board. No one. But the band could see that, like, I was trying, and then they just go, 2, 3, 4, just give me some kind of sign, no. And I'm like, oh, my baby.
This nigga crazy for real.
Always wanted to be a hero.
When he get comfortable,
prepared,
it's bad.
you know what I mean?
He get in that groove, it's bad.
Like if I'm standing at the urinal and a guy walks in just to wash his hands, you know, which is weird and shady. You know, like, what are you doing? I run the scenario, you know what I mean? I keep an eye on him right in the piping. I'll watch him, and I'm like, okay, what are you going to do if this guy makes a move right now? I know exactly what I'll do. I'll take 1 step back like this, arch my back, get a rainbow, take out his eyes. When he can't see, I go at the knee, grab his face, shove it in the toilet, and then I yell at him, what did I tell you? Even though I never told him anything. Just so when I left, he'd be like, what did that guy say to me? I didn't hear anything.
He told, what did I tell you?
Just want to be that guy.
What did you discuss with the Holy Father in that final meeting?
Bro, he got some good jokes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga jokes is very good, bro. No faking. The what did I tell you is
The most heroic thing
crazy.
I've ever done is gotten someone who was driving with their lights off to turn them on just by giving them.
Talk about even though I've never told him anything.
You're like, look at that! Hey, all right. Feels good. I think it's a fun thing to do. I'm not really brave, you know what I mean? I like to be more brave. I get scared easy. You guys get scared easy? You like to get scared?
No.
No, you don't. It's not exhilarating to you? I love it. Some things you don't are scary you don't want, but you like haunted houses or anything? No.
I don't even watch scary movies.
You don't? Okay.
I don't want to be scared.
No, we got it.
He said, we got it.
We're all picking up on it.
He is in the flow. He in the
Some
flow.
scary things I don't like.
He
ever been
deep in
rear
the
end?
flow.
Getting a rear end is
Pause.
scary. You ever watch it in the rearview mirror? Ever been sitting there and just being like, hey, whoa, hey, buddy, hey, buddy, hey. And then they just, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, I have this, and I saw it. You got all this, and you didn't see it? I love getting scared. Did you know everything's scary after midnight? That's a fact. If your neighbor comes by to borrow a hose at 10:45, no big deal. 12:02, what the fuck do you need a hose for? And what's with the concrete, dude? Seriously, what is up? You play the Ouija board at 11:30 at night, nothing happens. 2 o'clock in the morning, that thing is dancing. Spelling Beelzebub, giving you addresses in Czechoslovakia. Scary. The other night, I was in my bathroom late. It's about 1:45 in the morning. And I walk in there, and I'm standing there, and I'm scared. Shower's behind me. Water's dripping from the faucet slowly, like time is passing, time is passing. You're scared, you're scared. Shower's behind you, shower's behind you. And I was like, okay, I know there's somebody in my shower right now. Don't freak out and run for the door. That guy will stab you in the face. Just relax, count to 3, and then whack that curtain as hard as you can. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, and I whacked the curtain. And there was no one there. And I thought, who's scared now? Not me. Because there's nobody in my shower. Why would I be scared? You ever go to your living room late at night looking for the light switch and you're like, just like on the, you're like, just get it before he gets you. Just get it.
Nigga talking about just get it before he gets
I used to
it.
be nervous to have kids because I would get scared. I get scared easy. Anyone like to get scared? I love it. I love it. It's the best. I used to think, I'm like, Jesus, if I have kids at some point, my daughter's going to come into my room at 2 o'clock in the morning and ask me to investigate a noise she hears downstairs. And I wasn't ready to do that. Just have my daughter come in like, Daddy, I heard a noise downstairs, Daddy. And they'd be like, yeah, honey, I heard that noise too. That's why I was curled up in a ball in the corner of the room. And she'd be like, could you go downstairs and see what it is, Daddy? And I'd be like, I don't think so, honey. You see, you're 7 years old. You think there's a goblin down there. I'm 46 and pretty sure it's a guy with an axe. Why don't you go downstairs and suss it out? Scary stuff, man. I don't want that. How many people here grew up with an unfinished basement? Yeah, same here. How many people grew up with a finished basement? Rich kids, yeah. If you grew up with a finished basement, you don't know fear. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's about going downstairs into a cement room with pipes that are exposed. Shit left over from the people that lived there before you. Scary. That's where the laundry was. I used to go down there to do my laundry, and every time I go down, I'd get over to the laundry machine and be like, all right, I know there's a guy. He's on the landfill scale right now. He's in the back of the room eating a ham and cheese sandwich with mustard. Just act like everything's fine, and he'll just won't think anything's of it. And then I'd shut it. I'd turn it on. I'd walk casually like nothing was going on. No big deal. I get to the stairs, and then poof, right up top. And then I get to the top, and I'd be like, not today, baby. Every time, dude.
He crazy as hell. Way to really dissect his emotions.
8 or 9.
8 or 9, huh? With a dad and you were doing that shit? Wow. 2 parents. Just your dad. Oh. Is this a dead mom situation? Yeah. She couldn't have just left, you know?
That's crazy. He said, oh.
Oh, where do we go now?
He said, he is in the mode. He in that one joint, man. He in that one mode.
Little things would scare me about being a parent, you know what I mean? Like, you know what that's scary? Being an identical twin. And seeing yourself in the mirror for the first time. Because you don't know what you look like, but you know that there's another baby, and you know what they look like. And then you see yourself in the mirror, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Whose face is that? I heard a scary story before I had kids that made me skeptical. And my friend's friend, so you know it's a reliable story. My friend's friend was a babysitter in this rich community, gated, guard shack. And she was babysitting 2 kids, 5 and 7. And she went to the room to get them. And they were like, hey, don't come in here with our imaginary friend. If you come in, he's going to leave. And she's like, all right. So she goes back to the living room. 5 minutes later, she goes back. Door is still locked. They go, don't come in here with our imaginary friend. If you come in, he's going to leave. So she calls the guard check. She's like, I don't know. I think something's up. Guard comes in, kicks open the door, finds the 2 kids, 5 and 7, with a little person dressed as a clown. Little fucked up. I get it, guys. Let's try to find a little humor in it. That's why we're here. You know what I mean? My friend was a naysayer as well. He goes, what? Why didn't the kids say anything? Why didn't they say anything? And I go, bro, if you're 5 and 7 and a little person pops through the window dressed as a clown and goes, hey, I'm your imaginary friend, you would go, yes, you are. Yes, you are. What else would you be?
He said, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And the little guy got away. He got away. He didn't get caught. And my friend goes, why didn't the guard catch him? The guard couldn't get him. And I go, bro, your mind can't comprehend something like that. I go, if you kicked that door open and a little person dressed as a clown ran by, you would literally go, what's going on in here? What's the situation? Something going on? It wouldn't register. You know what age kid I love? The 10-month-old. I love the 10-month-old when they get those fat, jelly thunder trunks. You ever see those kids? Those fat baby legs. Oh,
It's
those kids. My friend had one like that, Zoe. And every time I'd see her, I'd just picture her in a big pot of boiling chicken stock, and I'd be like cutting carrots on the side, basting her. I always wanted one. Not a kid, just a leg. I wanted one leg. I use it like as a stress reliever, just to relax, just to stay loose. He'd be like, what's up, dude? You're like, I'm stressed, man. You ever see a kid that acts like an old person, little kid? Little 3-year-old, like, hey, how you doing, buddy? And they're just like, fucking market's down. You're like, dude, how old?
Talk about the Marcus
My
dog.
nephew Ben, he was like a little old human. He was like a little old human being. You know what I mean? I remember one time we were at my cousin, they have a cabin in the woods, and we were up there, and I was in his room, like, checking things out, and he's, like, standing in his crib. He was 3 years old, standing in his crib, and he had just, like, his diaper on, and he's just, like, standing there. He stands like a little Napoleon. He's got, like, that chest-belly combo. I think you call it a chelly. And he's just standing there, and we're talking, and then, like, an uncomfortable silence hits, and he just kind of, like, stares at me a little bit, you know, and he's looking at me, and then he goes, you know, at home I have a big boy bed. I just stay at the crib when we're up at the cabin. And I was like, it's cool, Ben, I'm not judging you. I'm like, you're wearing a diaper, all right? He's like, they're pull-up pants, dude. They're pull-up pants. So just looking. I used to offer to buy his stuff. Like, little kids know what money is, but they don't know what money is. They know that adults have it, they don't, and it buys things. And one day he's sitting in his sandbox, and I go, hey, Ben, I like this toy over here. You want to sell it? And he goes, nah, I'm not going to sell it, Jason Larson. He used to call me Jason Larson. He's very formal, never Jay, just Jason Larson. And I go, what do you mean? I just want to buy, like, one of the toys, you know? And he's like, nah, it's not for sale. And I go, well, come on, how much? And he goes, it's not for sale, Jason Larson. I go, I'll give you $60. I'll give you $60 right now. And he started, like, pulling all his toys in, like, oh my God, he has money, I don't. He's gonna buy everything I have. And I go, $80. And he stood up and he goes, you're making me feel very uncomfortable right now. And then I just stole him when he wasn't looking.
Yo, what up?
I'm not that bright.
Kalian? C-Alien?
I'm not.
What's
If
the
I'm ever
word?
in a intense, intelligent conversation, what I
I
usually do is
am
I
well.
go,
How are you?
that's an onomatopoeia, and then I walk away. Because they probably don't want an onomatopoeia either.
Bro, this nigga, he is so good. He's very
Everyone's got
good,
a dumb
dude.
friend, right? I got one, his name's Dumb Brian. That's his nickname. And we were going to watch a Celtics game, and he was coming to pick me up. And he goes, come on, man, we're going to be late. And I go, well, hold on. I'm writing Anthony an email right now. That was a friend who used to live in Belgium. And he goes, well, send it later. And I go, I can't send it later. It's like tomorrow over
great.
there. And he goes, it is? And I go,
glad
yeah.
to hear
And he
you're doing
goes,
great.
does he know who won the game?
Hey, what?
I go, you know who won the game?
What you want to ask?
He goes, does he know who won the game? I go, bro, he doesn't live in the future. He lives in Europe. Not a smart guy. We were roommates for a while, and he got this yellow rubber duck. You know those rubber ducks, like little rubber duckies? He got a yellow rubber duck from his sister, and he put it next to the sink in our bathroom. And I couldn't stand this rubber duck. I'm like, why do we have a rubber duck, you know? And so I said to him, I go, hey, man, can we lose this rubber duck? You know, it's kind of like, what? I mean, how old are we? And he goes, nah, man, my sister gave it to me. I'd like to keep it. And I was like, all right. And so a couple days later, I took the duck off the sink and I moved him onto the back of the toilet, like next to some books. You know, I just gave him a little spot. He didn't say anything. A couple days later, I took it off the back of the toilet, put it up on the windowsill, gave him a little lookout. Sun hit his face nice. He didn't say anything. 2 days later, I take it off the windowsill, I put it in the shower, right where the soap goes, gave him a little duck nest, little area. He got privy to it. He comes in the living room and he goes, hey, man, what's going on? I go, nothing. Why? And he goes, I saw what you did. You tried to phase out the duck. You tried to phase him right out of the bathroom. I go, what are you talking about? I gave him his own nest. I gave him a VIP soap spot. I gave him a soap spot. He goes, no, dude. Duck stays next to the sink where he was. I said, fine, keep your duck. A couple nights later, I come home from the bars, a little drunk, a little tipsy. Go in the bathroom, turn the light. There's the duck, staring at me, mocking me. Couldn't stand it. Opened the medicine cabinet, took on some dental floss, and I hung his ass from the shower rod. Then I put a little note next to the sink that said, Dear Jay and Brian, I couldn't go on any longer seeing the two of you fight like this. I guess I'm just a weak duck. I love Bill. I named him Bill because he's a duck, and I thought that was clever. Guys, thank you so much. I'm Jay Larson. Thank you for coming out to my
Damn.
Thank you, great. Get home safe.
Damn, bro. I wish he wouldn't have ended like that. But I think that, I wish he wouldn't have ended like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way he ended. Fuck. Damn, bro. Say you an artist looking for some commission. Any chance you would like to commission something for yourself? And if you don't mind, I would love to show you some of my work. Shoot, I'm not really looking for no art right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Or day, I don't know what you go by, but I'm not looking for no art right now though. But that's what's up. Keep going with that shit. Keep going. But hold on. Let me do my review. So Jay Larson, he was nice. Like, he was witty. His rebuttals was fast. Like he understood, like, especially when he did those questions about the superpowers. That's all crowd work, and that's all just giving yourself time, taking in the room, getting comfortable. The jokes were well written, so he had crowd work in there. He had good jokes, like well written jokes about what was the joke? The car joke, the cutting off joke. Just well written, very observative of how he feels in the situation. Voices on point, not trying to be over top. I can say that the one thing that Jay taught me today was I don't got Instagram. But I mean, I got it, but it's not downloaded on my phone at all. I'm trying to stay away from social media for right now. But the one thing that I can say was a negative is how he started and how he finished. I don't think that he started strong, and I definitely don't think that he ended strong, especially compared to what the set was. It's like, I know he really liked that joke, and you heard what he said. He thought it was clever. He named the bill because he thought it was clever. It was just like, it was a joke. It was a cool joke, but like, it was just like, dang, like, like, I think it's very important to end on something impactful. And if you don't end on something impactful, it has to be lights out funny, because that ending matter, bro. Like, that ending That it didn't matter. No faking. They really do. They really do. That end didn't matter. But and the beginning. The end and the beginning. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I barely was pausing. I wanted to hear what he had to say next. That was great, bro. That was clean work at the comedy stuff. That's crazy. Until next time.